Howdy, y'all. Thank y'all for all the kind words in the comment section of my recent videos. I truly love and appreciate y'all. You, my YouTube friends, are my family. I have no family left. Even my daughter died, and y'all are my family. And you're such kind people. I wish we could have a big family reunion somewhere. It gets pretty lonely here in this old world all by yourself and an old man. I never thought I'd be an old man, but here I am. I am an old man now. I reckon I don't act like one though. I stay busy, busy, busy all the time. Y'all, this morning, a couple hours ago, I was ready for my first cup of Green Mountain dark roast coffee, and I couldn't find my hanging out with Stan coffee cup. This ain't no lie. I looked for that coffee cup for 2 hours. I looked all outside, even though I never take my coffee cup outside. Never. I looked all outside because I had already looked everywhere inside, and it was not in the house. And so I looked outside. I went and opened up the garage, looked in the garage because did a lot of work out there building shelves and hooks and so forth for tools and whatnot. And wasn't there. I looked inside my truck, which was inside the garage. It wasn't in there. Even though I never take my coffee cup in my truck with me, I looked there. I looked everywhere. I looked everywhere except one place. I, I spent 2 hours walking around scratching my bald head. I said, Stan, where did you put your coffee cup? And I couldn't find it, y'all. So I got this one out of the cabinet, my Walk in Faith coffee cup. And this is my second cup of Green Mountain dark roast coffee in it this morning. And the second cup, I, I made the coffee and left it sitting on the countertop. And I went outside and looked again, all the front and south side of the house where I was not building new flower beds, but planting roses and adding mulch yesterday that I did videos and showed y'all. And I knew it wasn't out there before I went because I never take my coffee cup outside. But I looked anyway because I didn't know where else to look. And of course it wasn't in there. And I just walked around the yard. I walked out to my new big flower bed out back by the lilac trees, contemplating what to do and planting all my new seeds that I got, new flower seeds that I got to go out there. All of these seeds. And I really want to rework that flower bed, but I don't have a tiller. And to dig it all up by hand, that's going to be a lot of work because it's a big flower bed. It's probably 60 feet long or so. It's and it's kind of, it curves around all the lilac trees. That's going to be a lot of work. So I reckon I'll just plant the seeds with it as is. It's not a professional flower bed by any means, but I don't have the strength or energy to make it one, and I don't have the equipment to make it one. I need a tiller, and I don't have one. But I bought a tiller the first year when I first moved up here. Still had money from the sale of my house down in Texas. I bought a tiller, and this ground here is so hard. That tiller just bounced. It's like I was trying to till a rock. And so I took it back to Tractor Supply where I bought it and exchanged it for those cattle feed troughs that I use for raised bed gardens. But they make those little tillers that's about that wide, I guess, for freshening up your flower beds and gardens. I guess that's what they're for. But one of those would work for what I'm doing, because I got a garden bed out there that I built several weeks ago. It just needs to be loosened up. And I got a bunch of Miracle Grow potting soil and cow manure that I want to mix in with it. And so really I just want to mix the stuff up instead of creating a new flower bed. I got a flower bed out there. I just need to mix all this other stuff with it and then plant those flowers. But I don't have one of those tillers, so I guess I got to do it using my rake and hoe. That's going to be a lot of work, but that's all I got. And of course, my back is screaming. My whole back today, from the top to the bottom, probably because of all the work I did yesterday. I was not nice to my back yesterday. And a friend, one of y'all, one of my YouTube friends, has the same medical insurance as me. And she was telling me with that medical insurance company, they give you all kind of stuff. Not stuff, but money. Not cash in your hand, but on your medical card. It works like a credit card or a debit card. And she said that they give you X amount of dollars a month, every month, for food. And you can use it at Walmart or Dollar General and several places. Not at my mom and pop grocery store here in town, but there's a Dollar General here in town. And I have done that 2 times. I keep forgetting that I got that. They put that money on there every month. And 2 times I used it and went and bought some food at Dollar General here in town. And until I found that out, I didn't know that Dollar General sold food except for candy and peanuts and stuff like that. But they've got a big, long, from front of the store to the back of the store, freezer section. They've got frozen dinners and just all kinds of stuff, frozen vegetables and so forth. So 2 times I remembered to go buy groceries. But she was telling me all other kind of stuff that you can do, not other stuff, but if you get a full blood test done, like twice a year, they'll put $65 on your card to buy more groceries. In addition to what they normally put on mine, it's $55 a month. On hers, it's $65 a month. I don't know why she gets more than me, but I'm happy with 55. And, other things, if you get chest x-rays once a year, they put X amount of dollars on your card and so forth. And I do all that stuff. Since I almost died last year, my doctor checks everything frequently. So everything that she said that they pay for, I get done. I've already had done. And they should know it because they're the ones that paid for most of it. I had paid for some of it, but I'm cold, y'all. Sorry about that. It's cold here. I was freezing my butt walking around outside. But anyway, I got my card out a while ago. I'm going to call them and see what all they do and what I need to do to get extra money put on it, because that would be nice if I could get my groceries for free. Anyway, back to the coffee. I was walking around outside and in the garage and all over the place looking at that new flower bed and all. and my cup of coffee got cold. So I went to the microwave to stick it in there and reheat it, and there was my hanging out with Stan coffee cup. Evidently, my coffee got cold yesterday, so I put it in the microwave and heated it up and then forgot to get it out. And it's still sitting there. So, but I already had coffee in this one, so I'm using this one for now. And my walk in faith coffee cup works just fine, but I like my hanging out with Stan coffee cup the best. It's my favorite. Let me share something with you, y'all. And I still haven't figured out the money situation. Y'all are precious. If I knew how to do the thing on here, like several of y'all suggested to, I don't remember what it's called, but where y'all can click on it and send money, I'd do it. I don't know how to do it. And I have done some research and couldn't figure it out. I'll do more research. I don't know how to do that. I've done it before. I've sent money to other people before by clicking on that button that they had. I don't know how to get that button on my videos. I still am hesitant to monetize my channel. And like several of y'all pointed out, I have so few viewers that it doesn't matter that I got 6,500 or whatever it is subscribers. It's the views that counts. And I don't have many viewers. 2 or 3 people looks at my videos, and that's not enough to pay me any money if I did monetize it. And I have always said, since I started this Christian channel 3 or 4 years ago, I've always said that I would never monetize my channel because it's not a money-making deal. It's a sharing Jesus and God's holy word deal. It's my ministry, since I physically am not able to do all the stuff that I used to do. Even though I have started my prison ministry back, and I love that. I only go to the county jail in my county, and there's a state prison in the same town as the county jail. So I've been to those two. They're like a 30-minute drive away. I can do that once a month or so. I can't do it every day. Well, they don't let people come visit every day anyway. I think it's on Wednesday and Sunday that they allow visitors, both the county jail and the state prison. I need something to wipe my drippy nose on, and I don't have anything. Yeah, I do. Right there you go. So that's that, y'all. And I got watermelon to plant. I told y'all about, and more okra and more corn. That big long flower bed out back that I told you that I was just talking about. I'm going to plant corn and okra and watermelon in the back of it, and flowers in the front. I've got corn and okra planted in my vegetable garden, but I want more. I want to be able to freeze and home can a lot of okra and corn. So I'm going to plant more. I got the seeds already. And I'm going to have to buy another freezer because the one I got's already full, and I got to figure out how to do that. I get the freezer that Walmart sells. The one I got's nice, and it holds a lot. I mean, it holds a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of homemade chili I made in there, and plus a bunch of meat and stuff that people here have given me. A lot of people here has cattle ranches, and 3 of my friends here have given me meat from their cattle when they would get heifers butchered. And so I got a lot of meat in there. And I got a lot of homemade chili, which was made using meat that was given to me. All I had to do was buy the spices, which most of them already had. And I make the best chili in the world, y'all. And my chili does not have beans. Chili is a meat dish, not a vegetable dish. But anyway, that's debatable, I know. Got something good to read to you. 1 Chronicles, chapter 29, verses 11 and 12. This is King David. It said, "Blessed be thou, Lord God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty, for all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord, and thou art exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come of thee, and thou reignest over all. And in thine hand is power and might, and in thine hand it is to make great and to give strength unto all. Now therefore, our God, we thank thee and praise thy glorious name." That's some good stuff right there, y'all. I tell you what, it don't matter where you look in that Bible, there's good stuff. That's why I keep telling God when I go to heaven, I want to take my Bible with me, because I never get tired of reading that book. And every time I read it, the Holy Spirit reveals something new to me, because my little pea brain can't grasp it all at once. So the Holy Spirit just gives me a little bit at a time, and it's exciting. It is. I hope y'all get the enjoyment out of it like I do, because it's a great book. It's the greatest book I ever read. And I've got some books, a book by John MacArthur, and 2 books by Jonathan Cahn, and 1 book by Jack Gibbs, all good preachers. And I've read all of their previous books, and they were good. And I've got new books from them to read that I haven't read, because I can't put this book down. Anytime I sit down to read, it's this book, God's Holy Word, that I want to read. And so I've got all these man-made books just sitting there getting dust, because I can't stay away from God's holy word. I know those books that I bought are good. That's why I bought them. But I just can't make myself read them, because I love reading God's holy word. That's it, y'all. I'll probably pop in unexpectedly from time to time and give you a little short video. I got work to do. And I'm not going to take the tripod out and videotape me working like I was requested to do yesterday. That's the only reason I did it yesterday, is because one of y'all wanted me to do a video of me planting roses. And I just did it a short one of me planting the last rose. And it looks so pretty out there today, y'all. I noticed that new flower bed I built yesterday's part of it's not straight. I need to go out there with my rake and straighten it, but it looks pretty. I took more pictures of it today and it didn't change overnight. It just it's so pretty. I wanted to take a picture of it, so I did. Well, that's that, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all's love is just amazing. And several of y'all suggested I uh, do PayPal. I used to have a big store on YouTube, not on YouTube, on eBay. I sold postcards, antique postcards. I would buy them by the thousands on eBay and then sell them individually. And I'd pay maybe $200 for 3,000 postcards and then sell them for $4 or $5 each. I made a lot of money. And I did it. The name of my store, I was a power seller on eBay. The name of my store was Reminiscing with Postcards. And I've still got probably 3,000 postcards. I've got a big container of postcards. It's probably 2,000 or 3,000. And then I've got a small one. It's like a shoebox storage thing, about that long and about that wide. That's full of them. I had thousands and thousands and thousands, and all except these two containers got destroyed in Hurricane Harvey when I lost my house and pretty much everything that was in it. But there was 3,000 or 4,000 that was high enough up and they were in sealed containers, so they didn't get all moldy like a lot of stuff did. But I had a problem with eBay and with PayPal. Somebody hacked into my PayPal account and stole a bunch of money, like $700 or $800 from my PayPal account, and PayPal wouldn't do anything about it. And they were trying to get me to pay it, and it wasn't me that took the money out. I told them and told them and told them that my account got hacked, and they wouldn't do anything, so I cannot do PayPal now. I'm banned from PayPal because I didn't pay that money back, and it wasn't me that took it. And I was with PayPal and eBay for a long time. So that's that. I would like to do, set up my PayPal account for y'all to put money on. I just can't do it. I could go back to PayPal, but they want that $700, and it wasn't me that took it out. And I'm not going to pay for what somebody stole. So that's that. I do Venmo, and the only reason I do that is they have several little town fairs. I don't know what you call them, where they have a bunch of vendors, local people with stuff that they made and home canned and so forth. And I buy a lot of that stuff when they have it. And I bought a bunch of Christmas decorations the first year I was here at one of those. That was the time that's when I met Nicole. And a lot of those people gets paid by Venmo. And so I set up a Venmo account so I could pay them. And so I've got Venmo, but it looks like most of y'all don't like Venmo, so that's out. But I'll be all right. I got bills I can't pay. I got some more yesterday that I hadn't looked at earlier. My gas will get cut off, I think today, but I don't care. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't run the furnace this time of year, even though it's still cold here. It's not freezing. I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm cold. And my stove is gas. But I've got my crock pot and my Instapot I can cook in. They're electric. And I did pay my electricity bill yesterday. Yesterday, I was going to get cut off my electricity because I owed them 2 months. And it was, I think, $130 for the 2 months. And I paid $138. And I had that, and I paid that, and that's all the money I got. I'm out. So I've never been in this situation before. It just blows my mind that I'm here now. I got a bunch of home canning I need to do before the vegetables spoil. I bought, I don't know how many, a bunch of big cucumbers that somebody grew here over the winter in their greenhouse. And I've got a bunch of jalapenos that I bought. I'm going to home can them. I better do that because that's got to be done on my gas stove, the home canning. So I better get that done today before my gas gets shut off. I didn't even think about that till just now. So I got to get that done today. And then I guess tomorrow I'll work in that big flower bed out back. But that's that for now, y'all. I hadn't been on here today except to respond to some of y'all's comments. There's a whole bunch. I can't respond to everybody. If somebody asks me a question, I try to respond to it, and that's about it. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all a lot. I really do. God bless all of you.